hatred and division with driving, sponsoring the American people. Can
you turn the light down just a little bit, sweetheart? Just down a little bit.
It's not a blue wave, but it's still a blue.
Perfect.
We've got to continue to fight forward.
Okay, I know nobody's watching just yet, but I am going to talk anyway. So I'm not declaring victory just yet, but oh, hey. Okay, a couple of people are watching. We got a couple of people on. This is fantastic. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen anyway, right? It's the little blue ripple. Hey, everybody. Well, victory, not quite victory just yet, but we're doing pretty dang well. I turned it to CNN, everybody, because, that's my favorite network. And I wanted to show respect to, the mother network, CNN. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I turned to this because Schadenfreude. I wanted to watch the minds blow of the leftist reporters who were so utterly disappointed in their horrible loss. All right, let's read some stuff. What are you guys saying here? CNN cares. Tiffany Tapp, you're a funny person. Wunderbar. Yes, okay, we're bringing out the German expressions today. Who was that? That was from Jake Tuschuk. I'm not going to pronounce anyone's name correctly this evening. That's my goal. My girlfriend's laughing at me. All right. Oh, yeah, thanks. Kitch Hipcat, you've been with me since the beginning. Yeah, 15,000 subscribers. Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. I've been kind of waiting for that, Like the 10,000 was the really big one. Once I hit 10,000, I was quite happy. Houston poll workers. Chekhov call says Houston poll workers were busted admitting DACA voters with ID. My guess is that what that means is that people who weren't supposed to vote were voting in Houston, and they were busted for that. That's awesome. I mean, it's not good that it's happening, but it's good that people are getting in trouble. Tiffany Tapp, I'm an actress. Well, I'm an actor. Are you in LA, Tiffany Tapp? Maybe we can make a movie together. Let's see here. That sounded way too casting couch-esque. I have no power, just so everybody knows. Okay, let's see here. Yes. Oh, well, we'll have to meet up one of these days. The Republic is falling, says Comcast Hawk. What do you mean the Republic is falling? We're doing great. You must be a Democrat. Shiloh McGraw is worried about Texas electing Beto. Hold on a second. Mute. From the tenor in the voice of Anderson Cooper and some of these other people on CNN, it doesn't sound like they have a lot of hope that Beto is going to be elected. They just pointed out that Beto O'Rourke was up by literally 7 votes. And they all kind of recognized that as the other votes came in. It was like mostly the votes that were in seemed to be, more left-leaning places. That's the impression that I got from watching it. But I only saw it for like 10 seconds. I've had kind of a busy day today. We just put a deposit down on our new apartment, so I will be broadcasting from something other than this teeny tiny room from now on. Now I have a teeny tiny office in the new apartment. My girlfriend's pushing me back into this little office, but we have a beautiful view of the city of Los Angeles, so I may be doing some broadcasts from the window, which would be wonderful. Can't wait to know how you. Yes. Okay. O'Keefe strikes again. I don't know what that means. Ted Cruz is losing. Well, is that right? Is Ted Cruz really losing? I heard something like that, but okay. It looks like. Oh yeah. Oh, by a lot now. Oh, that's just a particular district. That's just that district. Sorry, I got it on here and I got it on here. All right, let's hear what they're saying.
Right? Urban areas, big Democrat. Close in suburbs, big Democrat. Start moving away. That's the challenge. Can the Democrats keep winning
as you move away from the urban areas. Beto O'Rourke doing what he needs to do there. The other big part of the state, Dallas County, again, smaller than Harris County, 9.4% of the state population, 60.
I love how it's just like all red and then this little teeny tiny blue.
Think they're going to lose tonight, in part because of the Beto effect. Whether Beto wins or loses, pull it back out. You come down here, Austin, Travis County. Democrats have to win big here.
He keeps clicking on the blue things to show, to be optimistic.
Beto O'Rourke doing what he needs to do. And
come on, let's balance it out here, man.
I'm going to turn out more votes than you think I can. We'll see if he gets there in the end. But so far, he's doing what he said. Then you move down here again, San Antonio, another Democratic area.
Yeah, we get it. In the core city, urban areas, there's more Democrats. We get it.
Historically, Ted Cruz didn't really have a race last time. You see all this right up here. But just remember, just look at the map.
Oh my gosh, get to the point. I know they got to fill up time on CNN because, it's a process. It's a process.
Only 3% of the state population, but in a close race, it's nice to run it up 75-25 somewhere.
Come on.
And we're going to watch. I talked about all the unfilled in gray up here in small rural Texas. We expect that to come.
So the full number looks like
what's happening down here in what you'd call Beto O'Rourke country, next to El Paso. We still don't have any votes here. It's very tiny here, but you do have, as you start moving down along the border. I just heard David Urban talking about.
So it looks like Beto O'Rourke is up by 2% so far, and 70% of the vote is in. So that does not look great. But I'm still not convinced that Ted Cruz is going to be ousted. I know Fox has better coverage, but I wanted to see the disappointment on the Democrats' faces, the reporters' faces. Do you want me to switch to Fox? Let's switch to Fox. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oops. You guys get to see what's in my library. Just old movies.
At least it's not a porn.
My girlfriend says, at least it's not porn. Okay. Fox. Let's see Fox.
No, let's bring in the panel.
panel.
Carl, talk to me about Texas.
Mute. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, I'll watch some CNN coverage here. Oh, they're doing a movie about this guy that I did a little bit of work on. What's it called? It's called Vice. When we were shooting it, they called it Backseat, like Backseat Driver. So the idea was that Dick Cheney was really doing most of the work that the president should have done during the Bush years. I don't know how accurate that is, but I mean, you can pretty well imagine it's going to be a hit piece on Dick Cheney and George W. Bush. But we'll see. I actually was, you worked with Christian Bale. Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney, and he got real fat for the part, and it was amazing. I mean, he legitimately looked like Dick Cheney. It was weird. And I remember going to the bathroom, there was a little bathroom in this big building, and I was taking a pee with Christian Bale, who was all done up like Dick Cheney. And I remember just thinking, I feel like I'm in the bathroom with both Christian Bale and Dick Cheney at the same time. It was very surreal experience. And he was all right. He didn't seem weird or anything. Some celebrities are a little bit crazy, but he was fine as far as I was concerned. I've been wanting to go prepare your glasses for a tall order of liberal tears, says Tall Order. I like that. I've been wanting to go on Facebook and Instagram and take pictures, take some JPEGs of some celebrities who have put the I voted sticker on and change it to I farted. I may or may not do that. Why are you looking at me like that? My girlfriend's looking at me like I'm a psychopath. I think it's a great idea. All right, let's see here. Florida voter here biting my nails over DeSantis and Gillum race. Here's the thing about the Senate and the House races, especially the House races. There are just so many congressmen. There's just so many, especially the House Representatives candidates, that I really don't feel like I have time to keep an eye on all of the different races going on. And I live in such a leftist area that I haven't really even paid that much attention to the races going on here in California, although obviously I voted against all the incumbent Democrats in my district and for the Republicans. But, the funny thing is, in California, I do have a suspicion that it's possible that we may be turning more purple, maybe going a little bit more blue, just based on conversations I've had with people, around. It seems like a lot of people are very secretly turning, voting Republican and just not telling anyone. All right, we got some good people here. Dwayne Benson's on the live stream. There are too many of them. Well, that's exactly right. There's just so many. I haven't really been able to pay attention.
I think that you'll see an effort to legislate, and maybe on things like infrastructure, there'll be a possibility of doing it. But one of the things that a lot of Democrats also believe that they have been sent to.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, to watch this and to do a live stream at the same time. What I thought I would do, I'll just put it on quietly, is be listening and then commenting on what people are saying. But it's not really working out as well as I'd hoped. Is it cold in my house? No, I actually wore this specifically because I looked in the mirror today and I realized I really have to work out. So this is to cover my horrific figure. My girlfriend just gave me the evil eye. Democrats gain House control. M5 miss. Democrats gain House control. What is that? I don't think that's going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like it's very, very tight. And everyone on CNN seems to be crying about the lack of a blue wave, which my girlfriend's dancing. Valeria, come here. Come here. Come here. Woman, come. She doesn't want to be on. Oh, she's standing up. She's standing up, but she's leaving the room. She's going to go pee, apparently. I know you were all wondering. Mr. Reagan, are you Mexican? I am not Mexican. I am German, and I have 1/4 of my genetics are Scottish. My mother's father was Scottish. Although I do pass for any kind of Hispanic, Latin American, Italian, French. Everybody thinks I'm those things. But and Iranian. Some people think I'm from Iran or something like that. But nope, just German and a little bit of Scottish. P.O. says hello. Hello, P.O. Max Power says, perhaps if Mr. Reagan would have made an appearance at a Trump rally, we would be doing better right now. Wow, that was kind of loud. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am available for any Trump rallies that anyone wants me at. Chekhov Call says he's having fun. Rod Steele is laughing his ass off, and I'm not sure why. Rationalist Yoda says, Dems gain House. Well, I figure if they impeach Trump, then they'll finish destroying their party. Yeah, that's probably true. That's actually a good point. Although, I was actually thinking about it the other day, and I thought, what if I became president? I think I'd probably be a pretty good president. I'd be able to, implement some rational ideas. But then I thought, gosh, could I even come close to being as good of a negotiator as Trump? I'm not sure. The guy is just a steamroller. And I just feel like we're so lucky to have got him as president. Democrats should be just thanking their lucky stars that they lost the last election, he's really doing such great things for America, things that I never really imagined. I didn't even know that the UN, that the other countries, or sorry, not the UN, the NATO, the other NATO countries weren't paying their fair share into NATO. I didn't even know that was an issue until he solved it. He solved the issue, and then he said, yeah, this was a problem. And I was like, holy crap, I should have been pissed off about this. I didn't even know about it. Senate is locked for the red team. That is right, Michael Williams. As far as I've seen in the coverage, they seem to think that. Yeah, that seems to be right. Tiffany Tapp says, awesome post cancel. I don't know what that means. Carlos Kingston says, nah, lots of open seats, won by Republicans plus the rest. So distractocrats are done. Stop worrying. Yeah, so I have a very specific metric for determining what's going to happen in the elections in the United States. What I do is I just I listen to my brother Nick because he's always right, and I don't really know how he does it, but he's sort of a magician. He sometimes exaggerates the results a little bit, but he can tell you exactly what's going to happen. It's kind of amazing. Give me one moment. I'm going to step off camera for half of a second. I'm recovering from a cold here momentarily.
Just to pick up what we were saying, it's worth remembering that even if you were to lose,
And I'm back.
this tax cut is protected because he can protect.
All right. DeSantis is winning. That's awesome, I think, right?
So an awful lot of this program is in place.
Okay. Yeah. Rationalist Yoda says, that's just it. Dems don't like America as founded. There's in the video that I just posted, the breakdown of the what's his name? Hey, sweetheart, who's the guy that I always do videos about? Jordan Peterson. Good Lord. My brain sometimes fails. I don't know what that is. So the Jordan Peterson video that I just broke down, this British woman says that that when they stated in that all men are created equal, the founding fathers just meant white men. And I just completely obliterate that argument. I mean, that's just crazy. Can you turn the light down just ever so slightly? Thank you, darling. That's perfect. And I just thought, you are mental. I mean, if people actually believe that historically, when they said, men, they just meant white males, they didn't. Men meant all men, all humans, right? Men meant humans. But it's funny. She was like, oh, it's been this patriarchy, it's ridiculous. Kevin S., what do you think will happen when Trump gets impeached? If Trump gets impeached, I don't think that's going to happen. Democrats, I mean, first of all, Democrats don't have the numbers, and secondly, they don't. There's no grounds. There's no grounds for that. Tiffany Tapp, post cancel said how awesome San Diego is all. Oh, I see. Oh, post cancel's a guy's name. It's one of the people on here's name's post cancel. What does that mean? What does post cancel mean? It's so weird. Surprised to see someone from Portland, Oregon on here. Oh yeah, who are you? M5 Miss. Wow. Grant Moregrove. Pleasantly surprised. Okay, well, I'm from Oregon. I'm from Salem, Oregon. And I used to live in Portland. So, hi guys. Hi everybody from Oregon, my home. I'm in LA now. This is my kind of adopted home, sadly. Blue wave meets red wall. I actually think I had this suspicion that there's going to be kind of a quiet black wave going on this election, like that a lot of black guys are going to be voting way more than you might think are going to be voting, for us guys, for the right. Beth Bob says, Dems chant, no ICE, no wall, no USA at all. They can't have the power back ever. Yeah, for real. I mean, those are the kind of the crazy leftists, to be fair, but I do think a lot of here's the problem with the left. It's not that they have crazy leftists. We have crazy right-wing people too. But they don't disassociate themselves from their crazy side, from the very far left lunatics, right? Like the left is like basically like we accept everybody who agrees with us, we accept, right? Because they're a coalition of special interests. So Black Lives Matter is part of them. The crazy, PETA type people are part of them. The crazy hardcore feminists are part of them. And if they start to exclude extreme wings of their party, they'll exclude everyone, right? Because they're just made up of a bunch of different extremist groups. They're a coalition of extremist groups, whereas the right wing is a sort of a homogenous set of we all have kind of the same idea about we're genuinely trying to make the country better for everybody, right? If you're trying to make the country better for everybody, in the best possible way, you don't have any kind of conflicts of interest, right? The left is just full of conflicts because if you want to protect gays, but then you also want to bring in a bunch of Islamic immigrants from countries that are, hyper hostile to gay people. That's an extreme conflict, right? Or, and there's all kinds of conflicts like that on the left, and they don't kind of acknowledge it. They just kind of go, oh, nope, we just want to benefit all these people. Oh, thank you, John Lalane. I don't know. Hawaii, the welfare state, aloha. Thanks, man. My best friend and writing partner, Kurt, is from Hawaii. Kurt Franklin, you probably know each other. It's a joke. But yeah, he's got his own channel now. It's called Total Recast, where he takes movies that he thinks could have been better cast, especially ones from the 80s, but throughout time. And he does videos about who he would cast instead. And they're pretty funny and they're pretty cool. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, type in Total Recast in YouTube and you can watch all of Kurt Franklin's stuff. Ted Cruz is losing in Texas. Damian Poll. Yeah, I know. I saw that. But only by 2%. And I don't think that the votes are in from the places that will help Ted Cruz. I'm being optimistic, though. I'm kind of an optimistic guy. Why are you staring at me like that? Sweetheart, come here.
No.
She won't show herself. She's very shy. Oh my gosh, I'm missing a lot of stuff here, guys. Sorry. Every day, Black Lives Matter doesn't publicly cry out for Chicago is another day that I realize Black Lives Matter is BS. Yeah, Matthew Wells, I agree with you. Damn Takes says, you're so underrated, sir. You, sir, are also underrated. Actually, I don't know that. You may be overrated. But thank you for that. Let's see here. Rationalist Yoda. The crazy leftists are in Congress. How does a sicko like Menendez get reelected? I've got this clip of this guy. I don't remember who he is. Maybe some of you guys will know who this is. He was gosh, he says the craziest stuff. Is this black guy? I think he's from New York or something. And they were talking about putting troops on some kind of an island. And in questioning this military guy, he says, well, if they put the troops on the island, because it's a small island and it's very long, and from what I understand, they're putting the troops on this part of the island, won't the island tip over? This was a real question asked by a real congressman in the U.S. Congress, right? That was real. Do you guys know who that is? I don't remember what that guy's name is. I want to look that up, actually. God, that was like the craziest thing. I'm going to write island tip over congressmen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is him. Guam. He thought Guam would flip over. Hank Johnson is the guy's name. Democrat from Georgia. Okay, he's not from New York. Democrat from Georgia. Hank Johnson. I just want to play that clip over and over and over again on my YouTube channel. It's just the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Rod Steele asks, have you ever dated a black chick? I have not. I almost did a couple of times, but what are you looking at me for? She's giving me a steely-eyed glare, which doesn't like it if I date any girls. She now hates, how many countries? Ukraine, Finland, Russia. Well, you can't hate Russia. Bulgaria. She hates Finland, Ukraine, and Russia because I've dated girls from all those places. And Albania. You got to throw that in.
I don't care. I have no idea where it is.
She doesn't know enough about Albania to hate Albania. Okay, the island was Guam. Hank Johnson. Thank you, Max Power. You are correct. Yeah, look it up. Look up Hank Johnson Guam on YouTube, and it's like the funniest thing you've ever seen. And I can't believe somebody actually asked that. It was mental. It's like Maxine Waters. I mean, she says the craziest stuff. Texas is 5% reporting. I thought it was like 70%. What do you mean it's 5% reporting? Have Valeria say hello. I'm trying to get her to say hello. Dwayne Benson has actually met my girlfriend. He can verify that she's real. Uh-oh. New York. Well, okay. Yeah. Get Gillibrand. Well, that's not really shocking, is it? Let's see here. Height Camp. Yes. If Height Camp loses, I'm happy. Let's see here. Oh, looks like we're going to win New Jersey, which is good. I don't know if that was close or not, but okay. The Ohio Senate race looks like we lost. Oklahoma looks like we're winning. You know, it's hard for me to tell exactly how it's going. You guys will have to update me as we're going because it's too hard to go back and forth between the TV and this.
And watching Florida very close.
Oh no! I just turned the TV off. Crap. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. Cruz is now in the lead. Excellent. There's a black pigeon, and then there's Mr. Reagan. What does that mean? What is the black pigeon? Lizard, how are you, my friend? That's true, we are friends. Okay, let's see here. I kind of want to watch CNN because I want to watch them. I want to watch them cry. I want to watch real tears come down. Let me turn this down. You know one thing that's driving me nuts, guys, is this nationalist thing. And I want to take credit for Trump saying this, saying that he's a nationalist. I know I can't because I'm 100% sure he hasn't seen my videos. But before he said that, like, I don't know, maybe a month ago or 2 months ago or something like that, I posted a video in which I talked about how the word nationalist just means, you know, you're a patriot, right? You're patriotic. You know, if you're a nationalist, you're patriotic. You're somebody who is for America first, right? You want to see your country benefit over other countries, right? You know, your priority is your country. You're a patriot. You're a nationalist. Thank you, Macy Mack. You are an awesome person, and I love your glasses. Looking forward to watching your new JP commentary. It's a long one. It's 145, and I cut out a big chunk of it, which I shouldn't have done. I regret cutting that chunk out, but it was just so long. But I was thinking like, well, let me finish this thing, and then I'll talk about that. So yeah, being a nationalist just means being a patriot, and people conflate that with being a white nationalist, right? Being an American nationalist is not the same as being a white nationalist or, like, you know, a black nationalist. They have these different terms, which means like an ethno-nationalist, which is somebody who thinks that America should be all white or America should be all black or something like that. That's not the same as being just a nationalist. A nationalist is a good thing. A white nationalist, a black nationalist, these are bad things. And this like, you know, the people who are saying that he said, you know, him saying he's a nationalist is a dog whistle or whatever. They know it isn't. They know what being a nationalist is. In fact, he defines it when he's giving the speech. Well, thank you, John. You got to tell me how to pronounce that. Lalani? Lalane? It looks French to me. Lalane. Maybe Italian. I don't know. New Democrat mascot, Coyote, on an Acme rocket. I love you people. I literally have the best viewers on all of YouTube. There are some more like sort of negative stuff coming than used to. So it used to be maybe 3% negative. Now it's more maybe like 5% or 7% negative. But I still feel like I have the best viewers on all of YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, so the bit that I cut out of the Jordan Peterson video was where I was talking about how I kind of go on this rant about how the left tends to think like, well, if I want to help people, but I don't want to actually help them myself. I just want to vote for people who will help them, right? I want to help the poor, but I don't want to pay for them to be helped, and I don't want to actually spend time helping them. So I'm going to vote for people who will force people I don't like or people that aren't me to pay to help them. So my solution to that was like, okay, reduce the taxes for Republicans only, right? And maybe libertarians. So you say, if you're a Republican or a libertarian, we're going to leave money with you because statistically, conservatives tend to give more money to charity. So you can decide what charity you want to give money to and how much. Leftists tend to give less charity and even less blood in like blood drives. So we're going to tax you because that seems to be what you want, the system that you seem to think works. And you have a tendency to give less money to charity. So because this system is the system that Democrats want, we're just going to tax the Democrats more, and we're just going to redistribute your wealth. The Republicans get to keep their wealth and redistribute it as they see fit. Because to me, that's the better system. You can keep the autonomy of spending the money the way you want for charity if you're a Republican, and then you can get the sort of virtue signaling loveliness of being taxed too much if you're a leftist, and you don't have to actually help anyone yourself. I think it's a perfect system. Graham Meek says, great commentary. I'm not sure that's true, but thank you, Graham Meek. Ted Cruz is pulling ahead. I do think that's true. Content warning. Content warning. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Let's see here. Black Pigeon. Mr. Reagan all day. What is Black Pigeon? Is Black Pigeon like my competition? What's going on here? Hold on. I'm overcoming a cold, so I have to step away for one moment. So many people are doing these live streams. Yeah. Hopefully I don't have, it's kind of funny. It's like great for the consumer, but it's funny. Like I didn't even think that I was going to do this. This is kind of a last minute thing. I thought, you know what, I'll do a live stream whilst watching the election, because I just feel like it's going to be so good. Okay, the Democrats apparently, according to CNN, are ahead in the race to control the U.S. House. This is very upsetting. Let me mute the pauses.
This is the district drawn for Emanuel Cleaver, the former mayor of Kansas City. He's losing right now, but that's a very low vote total again.
I really hope we control the House. This is incredibly important. If you're a Republican and you haven't voted yet, go out there. I don't think there's any time left, but maybe in LA. Let's see here. Fisher says, what are your most positive, negative videos comment wise? I think actually the most negative video I had in terms of comments was the Eric Weinstein. Was it Eric or Brett? I can't remember. I think it was Eric Weinstein. I did this commentary about a sort of a debate, interview, I don't know, dialogue thing between Jordan Peterson, Eric Weinstein, and Ben Shapiro was there for a little bit. And I kept saying that I kept saying that Eric Weinstein was unwatchably ugly, which is kind of a horrible thing to say. I said it kind of as a way of being kind of funny, but I really genuinely meant it too, because I had to watch the whole video and it was like 2 hours long and it was kind of hard to watch him. And but I thought it was kind of a funny, like a humorously brutal thing to say. But people did not like that. And actually, because people lambasted me, they were so negative about that. I actually had a great deal of appreciation for that. I was really impressed that everybody was so annoyed with me for saying that Eric Weinstein was ugly. They were like, why are you attacking that? That's like completely irrelevant to the politics and all that stuff. And it absolutely was. And that was one thing where I thought, you know what, I probably shouldn't have done that. That was probably kind of mean. The thing that really hurt me actually that I read was somebody wrote, he probably will watch this. And that actually, I thought, yeah, you know what, that's actually true. Because how many things does he do? And do people do videos commenting on it? So I felt really bad when somebody said that. I thought that was pretty bad. So I will probably never call anybody ugly on my YouTube ever again. Naida said that she was watching my GQ video, had to leave it to watch this. Yeah, sorry about that. Naida, you've been with me since the beginning. If I ever visit New York, we got to get a coffee. I think you're in New York, right? Something like that. Macy Max says, dude, your channel is far more positive than others. I've been working on a social experiment. Oh, thank you, Talon Power. How did I miss that? Talon Power, I love you. And what a cool name. Crap. Or Powell. Sorry, Powell. Talon Powell. I think I want to change my name to Talon. How cool would that be? Talon Coles. It's an excellent name for just about any profession. What is the social experiment you're doing, Macy Mac? I want to know. John Lalane, Mr. Reagan, Black Pigeon is a compliment. Look up Black Pigeon Speaks. I want to see this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Black Pigeon Speaks. Okay, so this is a YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel. Okay, I'll keep this open for later. I'm gonna pause this. When Democrats were red, Republicans were blue. Trump entering the assassin zone, ? Black Panther, a hero the alt-right deserves. I like his thumbnails. I'm actually kind of jealous of his thumbnails. Black Pigeon, this is real competition. I might have to take you out. Nida, no, I'm in Vancouver visiting time. Actually, we might visit Vancouver. I absolutely love Vancouver. So if I do, I'm going to keep you in mind. Dwayne Benson says, you guys, if I'm missing your comment and you think it's an important comment, just put it again a few times. Hopefully I'll catch it. It's ad hominem to call somebody ugly, you know. I know it was a bad thing, Dwayne. Give me a break. Rationalist Yoda says, losing the House, blue wave, though. More like get a clue wave. Senate is going to be a big loss for them. More justices. Ruth Buzzy needs to be propped up these days. Everybody keeps making jokes like that. I feel bad for her. But yeah, she'll die soon. Content warning, 12.5% reporting Ted Cruz. Beto O'Rourke. Is Ted Cruz ahead? That's amazing. Talon Powell. By the way, Talon, I'm tickled. It's my real name. I know, right? Talon, look up the movie The Thin Man and watch that movie. It's an old movie from the 30s with an actor called William Powell. I'm not flipping you off, guys. Sorry, I just have an itch. My favorite actor of all time in history. Daniel Reagan, whose real name appears to be Reagan, unlike my own. If Democrats keep moving left, how long can we hold off this progressive ideology? Young people and women seem taken by it. Well, Daniel, I would ask you where you live. Because I live in California and I used to live in Oregon. And although Oregon seems to be pretty, at least Portland seems to be solidly left, LA definitely is shifting. Sorry, I was just looking at the update. I would suggest that the further left the left goes, the more people we're going to get, right? So because everybody I talk to seems to be recognizing how nutty they are. When you have this kind of hierarchy of oppression, right? We have the people that we like and we have the people we don't like. We like black people, we like women, we like gays, we like trans people. We don't like men, we don't like white people, we don't like Christians. If you have a brother or a mom or a child or a husband or anybody who is any of the things that they hate, you're going to recognize how venomous their ideas are, and you're eventually going to shift over, especially the more extreme they get. Sorry, I'm about to knock over my computer here. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's just so many comments. I can't keep up. TYT are a joke. I really want to do some videos on the Young Turks. I haven't had time to do those, but I would love to do some videos on the Young Turks. Just take some time out and do some. Really, what I'm trying to do right now is make enough money through this, and I'm kind of setting some stuff up to do this that I don't have to do my day job anymore, and then I will just make so many videos for you guys. Like I'm trying to get out into like doing interviews on the street because I want to talk to real people and have a real connection and not just make them look like idiots. I do sometimes want to make them look like idiots because that's hilarious. But most of the time, I think I just want to have a conversation. There's my previous video before the Jordan Peterson breakdown was on the streets interview. I talked to this 16-year-old girl, very sharp girl, but a little bit too left, and I kept trying to rein her in. And I think I made a little bit of progress. See here, Hawley is slightly ahead of McCaskill in Missouri with 7.7 reporting. I was individual. Okay, that was Fisher, by the way. Individualism Incarnate writes, I was watching the Young Turks for lulz, and they literally were saying that they were surprised just how racist and bigoted Florida still is. To the left, everyone is bigoted and racist and all that stuff. Patriot of USA. Yep, when you go too far left, cheese slides all the way off the cracker. I love that metaphor. I don't know why. Floyd Maxwell writes, LOL, as well he should. TYT or a joke, definitely. You know, if government didn't have its tendrils into every aspect of our lives, maybe the elections wouldn't be such a live or die event. You know, that's quite true, actually. And actually, in the 90s, when Clinton got elected, and you know, the country didn't dive bomb into in any way, and then Bush got elected, and it didn't seem to like make the world a hugely better place. I just thought, you know what, it doesn't really matter that much, but it's starting to matter way more now, way more now. Rationalist Yoda, you know, if government, okay, yeah, you already said that. I already said that. Macy Mack, and I can take a screenshot of the comment stream. Oh, I must have missed something else you wrote. Let me go up. Macy Mack, I'm adding comments to different political channels, positive comments, to see the reactions I get. Many of the comments are clueless, trolls, and very rude. Then I collect the data so I can compare it. Macy Mack, I would love to see your data on that. You should keep in touch with me. You can email me at, I have a weird email, but it's the Reagan-esque conservative @gmail.com. And you can all email me, the Reagan-esque conservative @gmail.com. Or you can go to my Facebook page. I have a Mr. Reagan Facebook, and you can talk to me there. But the Reagan-esque conservative @gmail.com is the best. Reagan-esque is ESQUE, Reagan-esque, the Reagan-esque conservative. Yeah, I want to see that data. That's amazing. I think you'll find that my people are the best people. There is like no doubt in my mind. I'm more convinced of that than I am that conservatives are going to hold the House, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I was completely convinced they were going to keep the House last week, but on the day, I'm just so nervous. And I'll tell you why, because it's like politics are weird because it's just this one day, right? Like everything builds up to this day, and then everything just depends on how people feel that day. Like, is it by some weird chance that more Republicans got stuck at work today and couldn't go out to vote? Or like, you know, they got lazy or they got tired, or a bunch of leftists for whatever reason got super excited today, or had a lot, like, you know, who got to drink coffee and who missed their coffee. It's like, it's such a bizarre thing. I mean, the one thing that's kind of changing all that, I suppose, is the mail-in ballots and the early voting and stuff like that. So, because I voted like 2 weeks ago, I think, or something, but I think I'm missing some stuff here. Let's see. Okay, Lizard, 15 points ahead. Andrea Zom, or Andrea, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yes, I want to see that Democrat talk about the island. Yeah, go find that. That's awesome. Nida, are you cold? You live in LA. I'm not cold. I'm very vain, and I don't want people to see how fat I am right now. I'm not joking. I caught myself in the mirror today, and I just about threw up. Okay. American Beast, 44 created ISIS, put the economy in the toilet, set back race relations 150 years, gave hostile foreign governments hundreds of millions of dollars, put grown men into women's bathroom, and tripled the deficit. And, well, yeah. Specifically, I feel like, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm just going to agree with you, and I'm going to say that Trump is kind of a miracle in a way, because I would never have expected him to be quite as conservative as he has been. And I think a lot of that has to do with the left having attacked him so viciously after he started running as a Republican, even though he was never particularly socially conservative in his life, as far as I know. Yeah, the left created the monster that they now hate. Thank you, Dwayne Benson. You are a gentleman. A really good debate. Cenk Uygur versus Tucker Carlson. I've already started writing the script for that, Dwayne. But I was distracted because of this new Jordan Peterson video, but that was actually going to be the next video I was going to post. I actually started 3 scripts that I didn't finish because I kept getting distracted by other things that I have to do. And I'm working tomorrow, so I can't work on it. But Dwayne, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Dwayne Benson, by the way, everybody, is a good friend of mine. I met him on this. He was one of the first people to start following me. And we've actually hung out in real life. We've had a coffee and everything. And he got to meet my girlfriend. Macy Mack, I worry as you become more popular, you'll get trolls. You know what? I have been finding that I get more negative stuff, and I expect to get that. But, you know, it's funny. As I expected that from the beginning. And when I found my audience, they were also nice that I just thought, wow, this is so much better than I expected. But I never lost sight of my expectations. I do expect it to get worse. I'm prepared for that. I'm not too. I've had some people say some pretty brutal things about my father raping me and things like that, and I just thought it's funny. I don't remember that, but okay. Martin Ponce de Leon. I don't even vote, but that's nothing to do with calling craziness when you see it. You just need common sense. Well, I'll tell you what. I did vote. But you know, you see these, you got to vote, people always out there. And I actually want to hold out placards that say, please don't vote. If you don't know what you're talking about, do not vote. Like, I hate everybody encouraging people to go vote. If they have no idea anything about politics, don't vote, for crying out loud. You're going to screw up our country just because you're voting, because you think it's your duty as an American. No, it is not your duty. It is only your duty as an American to vote if you know what the hell you're talking about. All right. The Young Turks is a junkyard full of old washing machine parts. Post cancel. I love your name, post cancel. I don't understand it, but I love it. Tiffany Tapp. Don't worry too much, Mr. Reagan. I don't worry about much. Just dying. I worry about that. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You ever feel like you want to do something good for the world and you haven't done it yet, and so you're afraid one day you're going to die, nothing's going to happen? That's like my number one paranoid thing. So every once in a while I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh crap, I haven't done anything with my life. Yeah, it's a little irrational, but you know, we all got our things. Rationalist Yoda, what do you use for video editing software? I used the whole Premiere suite. I have a subscription to the Premiere, all the Premiere stuff. So I use Premiere Pro, the Adobe suite, sorry. The Adobe suite. Michael Williams, the Young Turks is gold right now, watching the fat brown buffalo sweat. Oh, I should be watching the Young Turks. Post cancel. I haven't seen that movie in years, so I'm not sure. But yes, post cancel. But yeah, I figured that out. John Barassa just gave me $13.99. Writing, keep it up. That is awesome. Thank you so much, John Barassa. I don't quite understand why it's not $14. That's bizarre. I feel like you've priced your donation very much like somebody might price food in the supermarket or something like that. But I very much appreciate it, but I am going to make fun of it a little bit. But you're an awesome dude. Reagan-esque. That's right, Douglas Locke. Somebody wrote me something completely in Chinese. All right, Water. Thank you. Dwayne Benson, trolls are part of the deal. They're fun. I do like some trolls, actually. I love, some of the trolls are just hilarious. I keep a lot of the racist stuff up just so that, because I feel like if you're putting up racist stuff or anti-Semitic stuff, that, you know what, people should know who you are and, you know that you're a lunatic. Dwayne Benson, man buffalo. Ha 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 ha. Whoops. Ad hominem. Funny though. I know. Well, that's the thing about ad hominem attacks. It's like, I mean, people make fun of me sometimes, and I'll laugh. You know, it's just, you know, if it's funny. I mean, if it's not too mean spirited and it's funny, I'm down. Beto is a liar face caca poo poo pee pee. Thank you, Disco Dynamite TNT, for that very sophisticated and informative characterization of Beto O'Rourke, which apparently is not his real name. Beto O'Rourke is like a fake name that he invented because it sounded good or something. It's a weird name, right? Rationalist Yoda writes, don't vote if you're not interested in politics, but be aware politics is very interested in you. That's true. You know what? You shouldn't say go vote. You should say go investigate. I guess the political issues or something like that. All right. Go watch Jordan Peterson. Go watch Ben Shapiro. Go watch Mr. Reagan, right? Inform yourself about politics. That's what people should say every election season. Don't go vote, go learn. That's what people should be saying. Post cancel. It's Canadian. I don't know what's Canadian, but I'll take your word for it. Rational. Okay. Giannato C. Nazis were very educated people who cared about social justice. A parallel too familiar. True. Michael Williams says Fat Brown Buffalo is an Aussie and something stolen, not mine. Allism, A-U-L-ism. I don't know what that means. Dwayne Benson. Crap, I'm losing my. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll down. Sorry, guys. Beto is a Mexican nickname. He's Irish. I see. Oh, I see. So he was trying to get the Mexican vote by calling himself Beto. That's funny. I hide buttons telling. Hold on. Macy Max says I hide buttons telling millennials to vote in a hipster coffee shop. Macy Mac, you're awesome. Okay, hold on a second. Tiffany Tapp. She says to somebody, it sounds weird, but the depth of the Nazi characters is why I love Inglourious Bastards. I like Dostoevsky's talent for writing. I'm a big Dostoevsky fan myself. My mom gave me a whole box of books once, and I grabbed Dostoevsky's because it sounded sophisticated. And I started reading the short stories, and it was some of the best writing I've ever read. And it actually influenced a lot of the way that I write, prose, not script writing so much, but like fiction, novel stuff. Justin Limbaugh writes, Mr. Reagan, when I saw the Jordan Peterson interview with GQ last week, when I was watching it, I was saying to myself, I can't wait till Mr. Reagan's commentary on this. It's one of my favorite interviews of his. Yeah. Well, thank you, man. And hopefully you like the commentary that I did. It was an unbelievable interview in that they covered just almost every possible issue imaginable. I mean, she went crazy. She just kept going, different issue. And then she kept presenting her feminist idea about things, and he just kept dismantling them in front of her. And it's funny, there's this way that leftists today, especially young leftists like millennials, what's wrong?
Somebody just bought something from a credit card for
How much? 1,400? Okay, well, you better call your bank and tell them that it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Somebody's trying to rip off my girlfriend, so we're gonna have to fix that. But it'll be fine. She's with Wells Fargo. I think they're reputable. Oh, it's Capital One. They're reputable. They'll hopefully sort it out. Content warning. Hey, content warning. Good to see you. Still can't believe Helen Lewis is married. So sad. He must be a sad, pathetic man. Yeah, that was my impression as well. Douglas Locke, $2. Thank you so much, Douglas Locke. I guess for some reason the money is always 99 cents. I don't know what's up with that. I guess they'd maybe take a penny. YouTube does. Thanks for the intro to Jordan Peterson. Wow. What do you mean the intro to Jordan Peterson? Did you not know about Jordan? If I've introduced any human being to Jordan Peterson, I feel like I can die a happy man. I think that's a benefit to the world enough. Dwayne Benson, this is way more interesting than watching the election. I'm currently reading Sprague's Blackstone's commentaries. It's BAF, which I don't know what that means, but I imagine it means it's good. Sprague. I don't even know who that is. I literally just bought. I'll go get the book I just bought. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Hope I didn't lose any viewers. I just bought Leo Tolstoy's Confessions. I have no idea. Oh, should I flip this screen? Can I do that? Is this back? Is this mirrored? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I bought this because, gosh, who was the guy? There's this guy he's like this pastor who has his own YouTube channel, and we met up, and he suggested I buy this because I've been meaning to read Tolstoy, and I haven't read any Tolstoy because it's just too long. So this is my new thing, because Tolstoy hates Shakespeare and I hate Shakespeare. So I always wanted to read Tolstoy, but now I'm going to read this because look how big that is. Apparently, it's about his sort of Christian stuff. It's pretty. Apparently, it's kind of raunchy. So, but anyway, I'll have a look. All right. Oh, Terry Ruggiero, thank you for giving me money, and you didn't even write anything. But Terry, please write something, and I will respond to it. You're a legend. And Earl, the raw hiker, has also given me $5. Enjoy the channel. Ever thought about doing a live stream with Adam Friended? I wonder how many of his followers know your channel. I don't actually know who that is. Sweetheart, can you write into your notes Adam Friended? And I'm gonna check that guy out. I'll look for him. I would totally do a dual live stream with him or some kind of video. I've been trying to do new things like bring in new people to get their perspective. I have a buddy who's gay and very far left. He's actually working at the voting booth today. He's very into politics, and I want to do like a whole debate session with him, but he keeps canceling on me. I'll murder him eventually, but before then, I want to do a debate. My brother lives across the street from Maxine Waters, $9 million house. That's crazy. John Lalane says, Maxine Waters, I think I interviewed a guy who was actually running for the Senate against Maxine Waters here. I can't imagine he'll win, but I'm optimistic. I hold out hope for crazy stuff like that. Michael Williams says, screen is good. I don't know what that means. Well, wait, where are you going? Oh, my girlfriend has a hair appointment. She's going to leave. Well, say goodbye to everybody before you go. Just say goodbye. Please. Say hi. Say hi to everybody before you leave. Okay, everybody, this is my girlfriend, Valeria.
Hi and goodbye.
All right. Bye, Nida says bye. Well, this screen makes it look weird. She doesn't like her hair color right now, so she's going to go get it changed. Bye, darling. I just have Shakespeare on my bookshelf to hook up with chicks. Post-cancel says. Yeah, Shakespeare is the original virtue signaling thing, right? People would be like, oh, I love Shakespeare, right? As a way of seeming sophisticated. And I remember in high school, I really wanted to like Shakespeare because it seemed like everybody who liked Shakespeare, or, that was, if you were sophisticated, you liked Shakespeare. So I read a ton of Shakespeare, and I just realized I absolutely hate it. I really don't like Shakespeare. Shiloh McGraw says, Cruz pulled it off, it seems. Way to go, Ted. Dwayne Benson says, I tried to get Think Club and Mr. Reagan together. Adam Friend is Think Club. Oh yeah, okay, Think Club. Yeah. He's written comments on my stuff before, so I do kind of vaguely know who he is, and I've seen some of his videos. I gotta contact him because he's like a strong atheist, and we can talk religion and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, BEZ. Bees. Randomly, how do you feel about Pangburn philosophy? I'll tell you what. I only watched the debate between Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris, and I watched all three, and I paid them to watch it. And I need a drink. I may run away for half of a second. That's terrible, I know, but I started watching. I watched a little bit of their other stuff, and it seems like Pangburn philosophy is essentially a sort of an atheist outlet. They're trying to get a lot of atheist ideas out there, and I'm a Christian, so I take a lot of issue with that. They're obviously the enemy in a way. So I'm kind of against Pangburn philosophy, but I haven't watched enough of their stuff to really be able to give you a solid answer on that. But they seem like they're very, very strongly an atheist group. Politico called the Senate race for the GOP. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a done deal. Everybody kind of knew the Republicans were going to hold the Senate, right? Fisher? James Probus says, my English teacher savaged Shakespeare daily. James Probus, I wish I had your English teacher. Carrie Moffat, does your girlfriend have a sister who might like a Canadian? Sadly, she is an only child. Let's see here. Growl Tiger said, you don't read Shakespeare, you see it. Well, that's something that a lot of people, that's the one thing I can kind of get behind. A lot of people just like the flowery language. They like the style of Shakespearean, stuff. And I do too, but I don't like the stories. And as a writer, the story is everything to me. Although I'm not completely opposed to everything he's written. I think he's like super overrated. I think that if he was underrated, I would probably like him a lot. But because he's overrated, I don't like him at all. It's one of those, Okay. Post cancel says yes, and C-SPAN binge watching continues. You're watching C-SPAN. Is that good, C-SPAN, right now? Let's see. Tall Order says Beto Mail. Beto Mail. I love that. BTFO'd. Oh, that's good. I'm hoping that tide turns a bit, because I do think Ted Cruz needs to win that. Like the left. I don't want them to celebrate anything tonight. I took a 4,000 level Shakespeare class in college. I was the only engineer in the class. Marianne is here. Says Reddit / I'm really smart. Virtue signal equals Shakespeare. Yeah, exactly. Melissa C. Pocahontas won again in my state. I'm so sorry, Melissa. Engineer nerd. I imagine that means engineer nerd. My final project was on sea battle in Anthony. Oh, that's the same person that wrote about the Shakespeare thing. Okay. My final project was on the sea battle in Antony and Cleopatra. I never read that one, actually. That's one of the few ones that I didn't read. I always thought that Othello was really stupid, because Othello was basically this guy who seemed like a relatively intelligent guy who just listened to one of these advisor guys who was clearly a smarmy jerk, telling him that your best friend and your wife is sleeping together, and he just without question killed his best friend and his wife, and just listened to this a-hole the whole play, and it was just like I'm not buying any of this. It didn't make any sense to me. It was the stupidest story ever. Okay, so let's see here. John Lalane says, what could turn your gay friend straight? A different childhood, I'm guessing. I think the vast majority of homosexuality is driven by sort of traumatic experiences, or is an environmental thing. Although I do think that there is genetic propensity, right? So I think that people are kind of predisposed to mental illness. I think in the same way they might be predisposed to becoming gay, but I don't think that the vast majority of gay people are born gay. That's my take on it. Macy Mack says to post cancel that she binge watches C-SPAN too. I guess I'm the only one that doesn't. Maybe I should start doing that. Let's see here. Carrie Moffat. See you later. Have fun. Thanks for the comment. Talon has a bunch of question marks. When do we get to see the Kathy Newman with Jordan Peterson revisited video that's been taken down like 6 times? It's up. You can see it now. It is available finally. I've been trying to get the word out that it's available, but for whatever reason, like I don't know, it kind of like just suddenly like started working. There was no announcement. It didn't like repost to everybody or anything like that. So whatever. It's hard to get people to watch that, but I don't make any money on that one. They've demonetized it. So whatever, watch it, don't watch it. It's a good video. I would recommend it. Let's see here. Dwayne Benson, Shakespeare is a playwright. You have to see his work. It can't be read by. Yeah. Well, okay. When do we get? Okay. Blah 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 blah. Video. Jordan Peterson. Fluent content. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. There's too many comments. They're going too quick. I gotta. Okay. Carlos Kingston says Jordan Peterson, Swedish, was taken. Savlan channel. What the? I can't read that. Whatever that is. Chrissy Liberty says it's there and it's really good. Thank you, Chrissy Liberty. I like you. Jay Muser says thank you for what you do. It makes a difference. You know what? Thank you for that. That actually means more than you know. Fisher says Mitt Romney is winning in Utah. I had no idea he was running. Yeah, somebody did. I think Dwayne Benson is in Utah, and so he said he gets to vote for Mitt, even though he's not a. Excuse me, he's not a big Mitt fan. The Cuck Wrangler. It's a great name, man. My sister is a lesbian. Let's see here. My sister is a lesbian, and even she makes the argument that nobody's born gay. That's funny. Yeah, I've definitely met some gay people who think that most people they know that are gay are not born gay. So I don't know why they keep perpetuating that, because they get political. They get political leverage out of it. Business Outside the Lines with Chuck Peavy says, not C-SPAN. I binge watch Mr. Reagan. Wow, Business Outside the Lines with Chuck Peavy. You've got a heck of a name. I want to know. You make me curious as to what your channel is about. Terry Ruggiero. I can't pronounce your name, man. Sorry. Terry Ruggiero says, I've had this idea before, and as a lesbian, I can tell you, okay, it's a woman, it's not a man. You have a neutral gender name. As a lesbian, I can tell you nothing traumatic happened to me as a child. Nobody wants to be this way. Believe me, life would be easier if I were straight. A lot of gay people say that too. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to argue that, because I, obviously don't have that lifestyle, so I can't tell you if it's hard or easy. It's not easy being straight either. Post cancel. Can't believe Elizabeth Warren won again. Mr. Reagan, did you see my post on your? I haven't looked at all the comments on that yet. I haven't gone through everything. I've been trying to keep up, but I'm trying to get this new apartment and everything, so I've been a bit busy. About Elizabeth Warren, I was sitting in the drive today at In-N-Out listening to it. Thanks, man. I'll have a look at that. I don't think I did see that. Goose bear. I didn't understand what these bear things meant before. I had a guy who was gay on here that was bear something, and so I thought it was a gay thing. Then I had all these followers who were bear, and I was like, what is this? But it's this other guy's thing, this comedian guy who I keep forgetting what his name is, but the fans of his go by bear for some reason. Are you trying to insinuate that your live stream is part of the Jewish agenda with those parentheses? Parentheses? Is this now some kind of a signal? I thought this just meant quotes. Goose Bear, you're a funny dude. Shiloh McGaw. All right, shoot. Okay, we're skipping here. CBS just called Republicans keeping the Senate. Boom goes the dynamite. Whoa, they pulled that reference out from like 1998. Carlos Kingston, Elton John, George Michael, and others had girlfriends prior to that. Yeah, well, exactly my point. Pershing just announced the Republicans gain control of the Senate. Yeah, they're totally going to win that. I'm really worried about the House. I really want us to hold on to the House. Content warning: the feminist is stonewalled, then falls deep for Peterson. Just first masculine man she's seen in a while. John Lalane, no, your girlfriend can turn your gay friend straight is what I meant. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll have to introduce them. He's a good-looking guy. If I lose her to him, I won't be a happy man. Macy Mack, but she doesn't like feminine dudes, so it probably won't happen. Macy Mack, when are you going to take your kitten in a box abortion ID to the streets? That's funny that, okay, so you must have seen my abortion video. I actually did do that in my most recent street video. I actually did the abortion, the kitten in the box thing. But the police moved us literally right as I was saying it. And then I had to give up the mic once we moved. So nobody really got to hear it. It was like a really weird, unfortunate moment in the whole thing. But you're right. Maybe I should do that as an interview thing. What do you think? How do you respond to this? I like that. I may do that. Let's see. Fisher, the Unbearables are followers of Owen Benjamin. That's right. Owen Benjamin people call themselves something bear, this bear, that bear. And I don't really... It has something to do about being masculine man or something. I don't know. Bear's a reference to Owen Benjamin. I like him too. I got to watch more of his stuff. I don't have time to watch everybody. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. So many comments. You guys are great. Okay. Low Leia. I will never forgive Mr. Reagan. I just found out videos. Hold on. I will never forgive Mr. Reagan. I just found videos of Hank Johnson. My laughter is too much to bear. I know. Those videos are amazing. Amazing. Also, if you also want a good laugh, there's this old video. It used to be a viral video on YouTube years ago. It's about this dude who was a climber, right? But he was blind. So he climbed Mount Everest blind. And so it's this local news report. This local news reporter, she says, so this guy climbed Mount Everest, but here's the thing, he's gay. I'm sorry, he's blind. He's blind. I don't know. You can see the reaction of the blind hiker or climber, and he just starts dying laughing. It's like the funniest thing on YouTube. Go look that up. That's an oldie bit of goodie. Let's see here. Love your work and your girlfriend. Keep it up. Thank you, Adam Holridge. You're a cool dude. Chrissy Liberty. It's only Republican voters who lost the House. If we do lose the House, it will be the voters who lose. Martin W. HugePianist.com. Totally random, but very funny. Content warning. You missed the part. You must do a video on Jordan B. Peterson, full interview. This. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that video, but I never watched it. I mean, I saw the thumbnail and I was going to see it, but I just haven't had time to watch. There's so much stuff to watch. Okay. I'll try to do a video on that. I'll keep that in mind. I'm out of here. Keep it real. Everybody, keep doing what you do, Mr. Reagan. Thank you. Post cancel. I'll try to find your comment on my GQ video. Okay. Nero Anexamander. That's hilarious. Thank you. John West. Well, it's not my thing. It's YouTube's. It's something on YouTube. John West. Owen Bears. Peterson Lobsters. I got to have an animal now. All right. I'm going to come up with an animal, guys. You just wait. Let's see here. Tiffany Tapp. That's Owen's website. Oh, is it really? Huge pianist? I have suddenly a massive amount of respect for that gentleman. Massive. Okay. Terry Ruggiero. By the way, I do love your work. And I love you, Terry. Gosh, I wish it's funny having this channel. You get to meet all these cool people through YouTube, but you don't really get to meet a lot of people in real life. And I think that's why a lot of these YouTubers have meetups and stuff like that, where they'll have a big event or they'll have a book signing or something like this, and then they'll meet all their fans. And I would love to do something like that. I mean, I've met a couple of people. I went to a meetup for another YouTuber, and I met some people who knew who I was, and then I got to talk to them and everything, and that was such great fun. But it's always such a shame, like Terry Ruggiero, I would love to meet you in real life and have a coffee and talk about stuff and talk about my ideas and listen to your ideas and try to, maybe learn something. But there's just so many people. There's so many people in the world. It's so many smart people, so many cool people. He's 6'8", LOL. Chrissy Liberty. Well, that beats me. I'm between 5'9" and 5'10". So yeah, sadly. Oh, yes, a badger. Honey badger. Why am I a honey badger? I'm not sure if I like that. Okay. Otters. My girlfriend, when she, I think it's when she hiccups or when she laughs, or not when she laughs. So when she does some kind of thing, she sounds like an otter. It's very bizarre. I can't remember what it was. Book signing. I should do a book signing. Thank you, Dwayne Benson. We'll Dwayne Benson and I are kind of trying to come up with something about my book. I have a book, by the way. I have 2 books. They're on Amazon. Yeah, I smash the screen immediately when I get notifications for videos. I have a bunch of suggestions for responses and breakdowns. Mr. Ghoul, you should have an owl as your animal. My girlfriend loves owls, actually. Giatano C says American Badger. John Lalane, do it at the Grove. I love the Grove. Actually, yeah, they always have book signings and stuff at the Grove. At the what is that bookstore? Barnes and Noble. They always have it at Barnes and Noble there. Carlos Kingston, Jordan B. Peterson on Dr. Oz, 2 hours 40 minutes of gold. Never seen Jordan Peterson actually cry. Many commenters saying it was his best so far. I concur. Was that recent? Was he on Dr. I didn't know he was on Dr. Oz. That's kind of cool. Nero Anexamander says podcasters and radio guys also do meetups. Yeah, well, I gotta do one of those things. Victrola 2007. Okay, how about a Wolverine? I like Wolverine. I do a sort of Wolverine voice. I've actually got work doing that voice, doing video games. I have a couple of video games that I'm in. I don't remember what they're called though. Let's see here. Tiffany Tapp, otters. You have an otter vote today. Yeah, more otters. Otters and honey badgers. What is up with that? What is up with why otters and honey badgers? No, I'm not. I want like an eagle or a lion or something. I'm not. Maybe a stallion or like, I don't know, something cool. Let's see. I would love a signed copy of your book. Engineer nerd, email me your address. I'll send you something. Marion is here. Karen Strawn is the honey badger. Oh, is she? Karen Strawn. Did you write her name right? Is that the correct spelling of her name? I think that's not right. Victrola 207, honey badger, pick Wolverine. So okay, guys, come on. Let's see, Tyler. Oh gosh, I can't. So much stuff about otters and come to Florida, says Macy Mack. I used to live in Florida. I went to University of Miami, actually. I have friends down there. Terry Ruggiero. Well, I do live in an RV. Do you really? You set the time and place. That's amazing. Well, if you're ever in LA, we'll do coffee. I actually have a friend who lives in an RV. My friend Dunya. She's from Switzerland, and it's a friggin' nightmare. She thought it would be like this cool adventure. She hates it. She says she doesn't hate it, but she hates it. Carlos Kingston says honey badger equals honey badger call a video called Honey Badger Don't Care, and you'll realize it's a great compliment. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Chrissy Liberty says, it's great to see your first debate. It'll be first. You know what? I do want to have a debate. I do want to have like a debate on here, but I mean, I would like to have a formal debate where I get invited, to university or something, and I can debate people. But I'm not. Here's my issue. Like, I can't do really the Ben Shapiro thing or the Milo Yiannopoulos thing because I'm really crap at remembering things. I can't remember very specific statistics, and if you ask me somebody's name, I have no idea. I can't even remember Jordan Peterson's name most of the time, or my buddy Kurt. I can't remember anybody's name. Fortunately, I do not get my girlfriend's name mixed up because otherwise I would be in some trouble. Okay, I'm going to skip down, guys. Sorry, I'm going to skip some comments. John Henry. Hi, Mr. Reagan. Enjoy your show, GQ versus Peterson. Thank you, man. Yeah, that was a good one to do, I felt like. Martin W. Too late. It's officially otter now. Crap. Fisher. Otters are smart, quick-witted, funny, and one of the only animals that use tools. And he kind of reminded me of one from St. Louis Zoo. What's the one from St. Louis Zoo called? Victrola 2007 says, okay, settled then. Winning. As to the honey badger, you have to watch the original. I know the original honey badger video. I've seen that one. That one's pretty funny. Sweet, I'm in Orlando. It sucks. Well, isn't Disney World in Orlando? That should be nice, right? Nero Anexandammer writes, I'm a Reagan otter now. Call me Nero Annex otter. I love it. Fisher, LOL, love this. Talon, debate Joe Rogan. I would love to debate Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan's kind of on my intellectual level. I'm not quite as smart as like Peterson or Ben Shapiro, but I think Joe Rogan and I are pretty much on par. He's just like a very strict atheist, and I'm a strict Christian. So that's really our main difference. Vander Clay, yes, Vander Clay. That is the guy. I forget his first name. He's the guy that recommended that I buy this Tolstoy book, and Karen Strawn. Yeah, you spelled her name correctly now. I'll be heading out to California in a couple of months. I'm in Philly right now. Terry, I will do coffee with you. We don't have to film it. We can just have coffee and hang out. That would be awesome. Growl Tiger, Reagan-esque conservative at gmail.com. Email me and we'll set it up. The Reagan-esque conservative at gmail.com. Don't forget the. A native New Mexican writes, oh, yes. Growl Tiger writes, I vote for a melanistic gray squirrel. I'm a big fan of squirrels. I'm a big fan of squirrels. My ex-girlfriend, my very first girlfriend back when I was a kid, used to call me a chipmunk, but she liked minks, so she called me Chip Mink she called me the mink because she thought my arm hair was very soft. And then when she got mad at me, she called me a weasel because they were related to the mink. It's kind of funny. The chipmunk thing was because of the eyebrows. She thought it looked like a chipmunk. The mink thing was because of the arm hair, and then the weasel thing was because she would get mad at me sometimes. Let's see here. I love it. Travel the country and help homeless vets. Is that what you're doing? That is actually very cool, Terry. I'm very impressed with that. I don't. We'll have to talk about that when I meet you. Native New Mexican. Serena Williams video still your most concise and hilarious and in depth. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. She lost her mind. I don't know why. I like tennis is really why I did that video. See, Chrissy Liberty, can we get back to some election stuff for a sec? Fun conversation, though. Your subs will get funnier and funnier. Hang on. It's going to be a fun ride from here on out. Yeah, could somebody update me on the election? Doing this, you kind of have to talk a lot. It's kind of a weird thing to do a live stream. And so I haven't really been able to focus as much on the election as I was intending. So I really don't know what's going on. So if somebody could update me a little bit, that would be amazing. Oh, it looks like... This doesn't look good, ladies and gentlemen. More pickups for the Democrats. This is not good. But I still hold out hope. Okay. Yeah, Paul Vanderklay. Yeah, he's a cool dude. We had this whole meetup thing together. I actually did a video with him, which I have yet to post but I got this great, awesome new computer that I'm going to start so I can render a lot faster, so I can start making more and more videos very quickly. What used to take me 10 hours to render now takes me an hour. So pretty fantastic. Call me Indiana Jones, but I hate Nazis. Giotto C. I also hate Nazis. That's why I vote Republican. All right. Florida went red. Awesome. Chris H. Hey, Mr. Ray. Hey, Chris H. You've been around forever. Chris H. Cool dude. Wait. Yeah. Any update on the Florida results? Somebody just said it went red. The Dems flipped 15 House seats. Okay, that's bad. Dems are plus 13 in the House. Reps are plus 2 in the Senate. Hold on a second. Oregon's going to be tough because we're... I don't, it's hard for me to... I'm not sure if the governor's races matter quite as much to everybody, but obviously they matter in your state a lot. So if you're a state that got a blue governor, I'm very sorry. I am very, very sorry. Any thoughts over the prompts? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Okay. Earl the Raw Hiker says, should check out Smarter Everyday's video on video rendering. I think I have actually seen that video, but I'll check it out. I try to watch as much as I can about that kind of stuff, but I'll check that out for sure. Smarter, I'm just going to write that in. Smarter Everyday video rendering. Okay, that is in my thing, so that's saved. Okay, the Dem retirements. It's the damn retirements too that really affect outcomes. I know there was way too many Republicans that left all at once. It's just one of those weird things. Felons can vote. Yeah, is that true? Felons can vote. What were the games you voiced called? Gosh. I don't. Oops, sorry. I have some of them, but I honestly don't remember. One was called Dynasty Warriors, some new game. Apparently, it did really, really poorly. Another one was like a horror-based game. It's kind of popular on. I think it was Dark Souls or something Souls or something. No, it wasn't Dark Souls. I don't remember what it was called. It was some horror-based game. I bought it, but it was so terrible I couldn't play it. But a lot of people like it. My buddy beat the game, and then he saw in the credits he saw my name. He was like, he calls me up. He's like, "What's going on? You're in this game?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh shoot, hold on. All the amendments passed. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maxwell Sharp, is there any chance the Republicans will take the House? will keep the House. Really, is what you mean. I think that there is a chance. I think that will happen, but it's so. So they're saying on CNN that it's well within the Democrats' reach to take control of the House. I am really hoping that does not happen. I'm very optimistic that we'll keep it, but you never know until it's too late, or until it's over, I guess I should say. Do you remember the developers? I don't know what that means. The Evil Within. That's the game that I'm in. Yes. Yeah. I play this guy that's dying toward, I don't know. I think it's toward the end of the game, and he's like, you gotta hit this switch or something like that. Okay, watching in the UK. Hey, Lisa Hughes. I don't know if this means anything to UK people at all, but the more conservative we end up, the better it's going to be for the whole world. I think. John Henry says so many people are buying the new religion of diversity. Can't even reason a Muslim back to his true belief, Islam. No, I think you're right. I think it's really a shame because, in my estimation, conservatives do tend to want to make the world a better place for everybody. Really, that we look at the people who are, suffering and really vulnerable. We want to protect them, and we want to kind of raise them up, and but not necessarily at the expense of people at the top, because you need people at the top to create jobs, to create the systems that bring those people up. But leftists just say, oh no, these people need help and those people need help, sort of independent of any actual need. They just say, oh, we just like this group, we just like that group, so we want to bring those groups up. It's really favoritism and bigotry and bias on the left, and it's genuine attempts to make the world a better place on the right. That's how I perceive current politics, but a lot of people disagree with me on that, obviously. Okay. Is that, I played The Evil Within. I wasn't like, I don't know. I just don't like ugliness. Let's see here. Wow, I hated that game. Yeah, me too. Holy crap, Mr. Reagan acknowledged my existence. Maxwell Sharp. Of course I did. You're writing on my live stream. You seem like a cool guy. I like the name Maxwell. I've always thought it was a cool name. And your last name is Sharp, which means you probably dress very well. Bogus care worker. Really disappointing. What's disappointing? Oh, the video game. Yeah. I guess I wasn't really looking forward to it, except for the fact that I was in it, obviously. Dems are up by 1 for the House. Is that true? Are they already in a position where they might take it? All right, let's see here. Native New Mexican. My cousin was an actor before he passed. Was in the Tom Hanks TV series about Apollo. That's very cool. I'm actually going to be in a TV show called For All Mankind on Apple TV, where I play the mission control engineer. I have 3 very small lines. I don't know how much of it, I'm really going to be in, but or if anybody's going to see that. It's on Apple TV. Who cares, right? But that'll be fun. Less of a blue wave, more of a blue splash. I think of it as a blue ripple, really. It's a blue ripple. My computer, for some reason, is way ahead of my TV. So I'm going to pause for a second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to... Okay, that's a little bit more synced up. All right. Sleepy Hollow. That was that a TV show? Oh, yeah, I guess it was a TV show. Tricks on a Fixed. You should do a video about single-payer healthcare. Some liberal friends of mine have slightly opened my mind to it. I don't like single-payer healthcare, but I didn't hate everything about Obamacare, which is a lot of Republicans think I'm insane for saying that. But there were definitely things about that I actually liked. But it was way too expensive and it was stupidly implemented. But I think that conservatives could have fixed it. But whatever. I don't know what to do with healthcare. Healthcare is so complicated and so crazy. You need somebody who really knows what they're doing to fix that. Let's see. Chris H. CNN is showing 141 to 141 for the House. Obviously, the West Coast is not our friend, though. Yeah, I know. Now 142 to 142. Yeah, man, the West Coast. I don't know how many seats are up for grabs on the West Coast, though. It might be like a lot of Democrats retaking Democrat positions because it's so blue already. Like it's not like the West Coast is going to shift from blue to more blue. It's like it's either going to shift from blue to red or stay blue. That's really, so I don't think they're going to pick up much on the West Coast, but maybe I just don't know enough. I didn't prepare enough for this. I was going to prepare a little bit before I did this video, but we were out paying our deposit on our new apartment. So a blue dot is too much. Yeah, that's true. Chrissy Liberty. Salmon Popovich. Man, my new governor is Jared Polis, Democrat. Apparently, he got charged with sexual misconduct. Fantastic. What is this guy's name? It says War 10 EN. What is that? War 10N? I don't know what that is. You got to tell me what that means. Mr. Reagan, what made you want to share your insight on YouTube? I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was watching one Saturday Ben Shapiro, and I was watching Jordan Peterson, and I was watching Tucker Carlson, and I got done with just about everything I wanted to watch, and I thought, I want to watch some more stuff, and there wasn't anything on there, and I thought, you know what? I got a camera, I got a microphone, I've got insight into this kind of stuff. Instead of watching videos, why don't I just make one, and we'll see if people like it. So I started making videos on stuff that I thought I had a particular idea about that was maybe a little bit different than Ben Shapiro or these guys. And eventually I found an audience. It wasn't exactly doing what I wanted to do. I was mostly, what I find is people tend to like my breakdowns of Jordan Peterson videos best. And that's something that I do like to do. But I would prefer that my more original stuff would be watched a little bit more. But you know what? You take what you can get. Like if people like my Jordan Peterson breakdowns, I'll keep doing those. They're a lot of fun for me anyway. Pickles TM. I struggle to keep up with the political sphere because so much happens so fast and it stresses me out to keep up. That's something that what's something I can do to keep up with what truly matters. Oops. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Pickles TM. I have exactly your same problem. In fact, it's worse for me because not only do I want to keep up for my own personal self, but I want to keep up in order to make relevant videos for everybody out there in YouTube land. And I have to say that it's becoming almost impossible. But watch my channel. I'll put up some. The guys that I tend to watch sort of regularly. Ben Shapiro's show is great. It's like it comes out every day, and it's always topical, right? It's always talking about what's happening, that day or the day before, or something like that. So he's sort of my like brief, and he gets in depth into some things. And then I often watch Tucker Carlson because even though he does a lot of bickering with people, he does have a good and I tend to watch the Five. I like the Five on Fox, and I have to do my own research sometimes, so I go into more depth. What is this? This is not good. This doesn't look like it was a contested race, though. This is New York. Of course, it's going to all be blue. This isn't, like, shocking. Nida. I love you, Nida. Talk about your Patreon. You need more patrons, especially so you can do YouTube full-time. What about a podcast? Yeah, actually, that was a big thing that I was going to do next. I was going to take all of my YouTube stuff. Where there's original. Oh, thank you, sir. Sorry, a little bit late to the party. Ted Cruz won my state. Sadly, $100 million from Dems could not have solved education cuts. Dems hate idiots. $10, big boy. Wink, wink. Oh, I love my people. I love you, Werther's original, and I love your icon. It's so freaking brilliant. Yeah, Nida, I was gonna do. So I'm planning on actually taking all of my YouTube videos, and this is gonna take like a day or two, and I'm going to just take the audio from them, and I'm gonna upload them to do a podcast. Now that I have a better computer, I can do all this stuff a lot faster. So I'll probably do that as soon as I move, which is in December. But maybe I'll do it before that. It depends on how much work I get between now and then. I work in TV, and I do like stand-in work and stuff like that. So, and I do some background and some acting and different stuff like that. But so my days, I don't work every single day, but I work a lot of days, but I never know until like a couple days before. It's kind of a weird job. It's kind of fun because I can be on different movie sets all the time. Melissa Crowell. I'm a fan of you, Mr. Reagan. Your lack of spine for the abortion debate is a sadness for me, though. My lack of spine? I don't quite understand what you mean, but I'll listen to the criticism and try to be better. I don't quite know what you mean, but you'll have to explain in more detail what you mean by that. I mean, I did a whole video on abortion, so I don't quite know. Michelle Williams. No, not Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams is an actress. This is Michael Williams, who is not the same person as Michelle Williams. I love Taylor Swift. Wasn't able to sway the election in Tennessee, and Hollywood has no results in Texas. Yeah. Actually, that's brilliant. What is Taylor Swift doing? She's like, she should be a conservative. She used to be a country singer. So happy Cruz won. Yeah, that's great. We can all celebrate that. Chrissy Liberty. Yeah, I need to join your Patreon ASAP. You and Molyneux. No, just me. Take your Molyneux money and give it to me. No, I'm kidding. Molyneux is awesome. I shouldn't say that. Tall order. Democrats. In fact, Molyneux is probably... he's a really smart guy. I would actually love to meet that guy. Democrats, days without a win. 728. I don't know what that means, but it's funny. Is that how long Donald Trump's been president? Oh, that's great. Yeah, but I think we knew that, right? President Donald J. Trump writes, what garbage do you have playing on behind you? Turn off the TV. Well, I was kind of hoping that the Republicans would win everything, and then I could watch the Democrats crying as we destroyed them. Okay, this is problematic, everybody. Okay, CNN projects that the House is going to go to the Democrats. Sorry, a bit drunk with the Cruz victory. Thanks, Werther's Original. PG, enjoying your Volume 1 book, starting Volume 2 soon. Thanks, man. You know, I have to apologize for the typos. I wasn't able to get a copywriter to help me with that. And I thought I had it all figured out, and I reread it, and I was like, man, this is terrible. But the stories are pretty good, I think. But thanks a lot, man. Actually, people who enjoy the book, that means the most to me of anything, because that to me is like my blood and tears into those stories. Let me switch it to Fox, because if we really did lose this, then I don't want to see their smug faces.
We should also talk about the historic nature of what probably will.
In the race to succeed, Trump limited Democrat.
Okay, all right. Well, let's hear what Fox says, because they may not agree. But oh, that's disappointing. Feinstein. I think I specifically voted against Feinstein. I think I have her as my. Hold on, I'm trying to switch to Fox on my computer also. Cavuto, Coast to Coast. Is that what we're watching? Yeah. No? Oh, this is Fox Business. My bad. Sorry. Hold on, guys. This is a disaster. This is the one thing that I didn't want to happen in this election. I mean, anything else could have happened. We could have lost Ted Cruz. We could have lost, all the governors. I didn't care. The only thing I really, 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 really wanted is to hold on to the House. And I feel like we failed to do that, which I actually blame myself mostly. A lot of people got mad at Jordan Peterson for posting this Democrat ad today. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was I believe it was a parody ad because the Democrats have this ad campaign called We Are Democrats. And so he did this ad that was like, we are Democrats. And then he said all these things that he thinks they should say, as opposed to what they are saying in their ads, if they were trying to be honest and stay positive about their party. And I didn't actually think it was that bad. You've been splashed. Maxwell Sharp. What does that mean? Chris H says Taylor Swift went the way of Miley Cyrus, corrupted by their father, the devil. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson is flipping awesome, by the way. Let me go to the bottom here. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is getting crazy. Okay, sorry. Hold on. President Donald J. Trump says Molyneux seems like a smart guy, new to his channel, but was really disappointed in him during his debate against creationist and anti-evolutionist. The only time anyone has lost to a creationist. Well, so I assume then that President Donald J. Trump, whoever you are not actually a Christian. Let's see here. Native New Mexican says AB said Dem takes control of the House. Yeah. Okay. James Probus, let all the investigations begin. Yeah, well. Macy Mack, good channels. C-SPAN, Tim Pool, Anthony Brian Logan, Mark Levin. Night, talk to you soon. Night, Macy Mack. Thank you so much. Joe Flink, Fox Business is far superior to regular Fox News. Is that true? Do you mean for tonight or generally? I like both. Nero Anaxamander, interesting. I don't know what that means. Oh my gosh. You should make a gaming channel play Fortnite. I've looked into doing that. I looked into doing that a long time ago, but I'm not a gamer. I don't like gaming, so it would just be making fun of the games. Werther's Original, you blame yourself. You're a good Republican. Don't blame others. Take ownership of your own shortcomings. Yeah, well, you know what? That's absolutely right. Democrats say if you want something done, hire politicians that will force other people to pay for it. Republicans say if you want something done, do it yourself. And that's a huge difference right there. Sol Prestigio says 1488. I don't know what that means. Martin W. says Jordan B. Peterson thinks Dems should be sorry about their behavior. Yeah, he does think they should be sorry about it. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. They should be. President Donald J. Trump. I'm a Christian Catholic, specifically Molyneux just got demolished. For the record, though, I like evolution. I see. I don't know. Is Molyneux an atheist or a Christian? I don't remember. I haven't seen his channel in a while. This keeps me so busy making these and working that I have been able to see a lot fewer videos than I used to watch. I used to watch Molyneux. I used to watch Sargon and all these guys, but I haven't been able to watch any of that in a long time. Hate Troll X wrote, just voted whole ballot red. What current liberals are advocating is just wrong. Don't vote for demon sea rats. God bless our president. Thank you, Hate Troll. Never thought I'd say that. Terry Ruggiero says, with any luck, Feinstein will die before she gets another term in office. I understand she's 85? Yeah, she's pretty ancient. Well, this is a good thing in Missouri. Missouri. Why would Missouri ever bring in any Democrats ever? That doesn't even make sense. You guys are like the reddest of the red states, aren't you? Say no to Fortnite. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Molyneux is an atheist for Christianity, like me. Yeah, that's kind of a weird phenomenon that's happening now. I think a lot of that is because of Jordan Peterson. There is a recognition of the utility of Christianity without people wanting to believe in God. I do feel like most people feel some kind of, or recognize some kind of supernatural presence that exists, so that, something they can't really explain that makes sense to them. They recognize exists, but a lot of people either don't like to recognize the authority of like God, or it doesn't make sense to them, so they reject that part of it. But they see that for whatever reason, Christianity has been very useful in our culture for the last 100 2,000 years, I guess. And so they recognize its utility, and they don't want to just throw the baby out with the bathwater. So they try to find a way to reconcile their lack of belief in God with their recognition of the value of Christianity. It's a very odd phenomenon to me. Like, I mean, obviously I was raised Christian, and I'm pretty devoutly religious, and I don't go to church, but I'm deeply devoted to Christianity. So to me, I don't quite understand that 100%, but I don't dislike it. It's an interesting phenomenon that I think has potential value in our culture. Why won't you go on Louder with Crowder? Well, President Donald J. Trump, I don't think I'm big enough yet. But if if Crowder ever finds out about me, I do know people at Shapiro. I do know like a girl. I do know some of the producers over there and stuff. Or I know one girl is a Facebook friend of mine. She's a makeup artist, and she's the wife of somebody who's, or the daughter-in-law of somebody who's a producer over there, something like that. So I do have connections with some of these people, but I've yet to use those. I don't think I'm quite big enough yet. I'm still trying to ratchet myself up there. Chrissy Liberty, you think that's why that we lost because of the synagogue shooter? That's a very strong possibility, actually. Christopher Herkmans says, "Are you supporting a head cold or sporting a head cold?" Yeah, I'm just like at the final hours of a cold. I think it's kind of going away, but it's a little bit annoying. Hold on a second. Jayatano C says, "The Bible says, don't be superstitious. Use that in any argument against the religion." Yeah, I put that in all pretty much every time I talk about, atheism and religion. I try to specifically state that Christianity says that superstition is bad, right? So there is a sort of difference, I think, between superstition and faith, which atheists don't tend to make any kind of a line between the two of those. Let's see, Growl L. Oh my gosh, Tiger. Molly knows very little about biology. Molyneux, I don't really know anything about biology, so. Let's see here. Werther's Original says, Dems leading the House by +15, Republicans +3. This sucks. Yeah, it really does. But it's all just a huge swinging pendulum. I agree. I mean, this is a pretty small swing blue. I really, it doesn't look like, I can't tell if Fox News has called it for the Democrats yet, but I certainly hope not. I hope that we still hold out hope. I'm an optimist. Chris H., I emailed Crowder and Rubin to check you out. Thanks, man. It's kind of funny to me, like some of the people on here have connections with these guys, with these YouTubers. I mean, I was never so invested with like Shapiro and Crowder and Molyneux and these guys that I was able to actually talk to them or have some kind of connection with them. But I guess I'm not like a typical YouTuber. I'm more of a consumer than somebody who interacts. But it's impressive to me that a lot of you guys do that and you have connections to these guys. It's interesting. Missouri is traditionally purple. Why Missouri? Come on. Don't be crazy. Nathan Harrison, why does every Democrat-run news station say that Democrats won the House already? Well, I mean, it's possible that that's true. I mean, they're mostly false news, but fake news, but they're not always. Hold on, excuse me.
But the caravan is not an invasion, to use Trump's language. The caravan is not loaded with diseased people who are gay.
I don't know why he's getting all upset. If the House is going to go to the Democrats, he should be happy. Come on, man. Be cool. Republicans are up by 1. Thank you, Growl Tiger. Chrissy Liberty, we lost for one and only one reason. People see huge rallies and think the votes are taken care of, in my opinion. Yeah, we got to be careful. You can't just not go vote. You can't just sit on your laurels if you're a conservative. You got to be careful to get out there. Nero Anexamander. How about Fleckus or Owen Benjamin? Yeah, I mean, I'd love to meet with those guys and do like conversations and ask them questions and have them ask me questions and, do a little debate and find the things that we agree on, the things we disagree on, and, maybe get in a fist fight. You never know. Whatevs. Let's see here. Jayatano C. Why can't I pronounce most of your names? Guys got crazy names. Okay. Oh, thank you. Gaetano. Oh, thank you for giving me that. Gaetano C. The Bible was written as a historical text, so future generations will understand how to act and culture, the issue is the language they use to speak consists of many metaphors. Yeah, I think that that's often true. I think that sometimes in the Bible you'll find things that are specifically like legal things, like this is how you should set up your local government at this time in history right now, whatever. And then you got these kind of like legalistic rules. And then there's other things in the Bible that are more general, universal rules, ethical rules, right? So you have legal rules like laws for specific cultures, and then you have universal ethics for everyone. And I think those things have to kind of be somehow parsed in the Bible, like somehow figured out which is which. And I don't think everybody makes that distinction. Excuse me. And especially critics of Christianity do not make the distinction between specific local rules and generalized ethics that everybody can accept. Like the Sermon on the Mount, ethics, right? That's actual ethics that we're all supposed to follow. Okay, Pickles TM says she's going to bed, or he's going to bed. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Hoping to wake up to a Republican governor in Connecticut. Wish us luck. Yeah, good luck, Connecticut. Greg Monroe, if they win the House, we are looking at 2 years of political hell with Dems. Oh, I know. Trust me, that is why I'm really worried. Gaetano C says, God bless you. God bless you, Gaetano C. Christy Liberty, you're not doing too bad having 40 convos at once. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm losing viewers here. I'm only at 93. I was at like 130 or something. Maxwell Sharp, I'm pretty sure those rallies brought in more votes than they lost. Yeah, it's difficult to say what's going on here exactly. James Probus, lost the internet for a second, but I'm back. Good to have you back, James Probus. Nathan Harrison, ran into Fleckus and Kyle Koschev at Politicon. I really should have gone to Politicon. I actually didn't know it was happening. It's sometimes hard to juggle real life and YouTube life and really know what's going on and follow politics and all that stuff. I should have gone to Politicon. I don't know. I actually thought in my head, like, I want to go to Politicon. And then it came and went, and I didn't even, whatever. A Sea Bear writes, rawr, back at you, Sea Bear. Nero Alexander writes, who would win in a fight, Owen Benjamin or Fleckus? Keep in mind they're both behemoths. I would win. Okay, let's see here. President Donald J. Trump. Another thing atheists need to understand about the Bible is, like all good books, it uses common speak. If there's a mythical creature, Leviathan, etc., it's well known in that day. Use it, and also the Bible is very repetitive. Like the things that God or the wants you to know is repeated throughout the Bible. It's not like just in one place in one passage once. It's like repeated. It uses redundancy to stop people from misinterpreting it to some extent over time. The Ghoul. I've always been told vote doesn't matter. I've always been told to vote. It doesn't matter for who, but but you shouldn't. But shouldn't you know who you're voting for? But it feels like people. You got to use punctuation. The Ghoul. I can't understand this. But it feels like people don't have time for interest to educate themselves on politics. Yeah. My whole thing is the whole vote. Everybody needs to vote. Go on, vote. It's just not true. It's not that it's not true. It's just that it's a stupid recommendation. Like what we should say every election cycle is go learn, go educate yourself on the issues, and then if you feel very strongly about them, then go vote. But don't do it if you don't understand what you're talking about. You're going to destroy the country. I mean, right now it's kind of a more volatile time than other times, and I think that we're making so much progress to stall that progress or to halt it or to reverse that progress. I mean, it would just be so depressing, really. Tied at 158. Okay, that's what people are writing. They're writing the different. All right, let's see here. Florida is red. Better red than dead. Let's see here. Fisher says there are a lot of blue-collar workers in Missouri, factory union people. The Dems lost them recently. Why it's not? What? And that's why it's now a red state. I see. I didn't realize that it was blue before. Nathan Harrison. I went with my brother for the weekend. It was a fun experience, though California is extremely overpriced. Yeah, living here is a little bit tough. You got to make some money. Jaded Bear just stopped in before bed, hoping For good news in the morning, breakfast cereal tastes better with liberal tears. I love you guys. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, let's see here. All right. Cameron Gilchrist. Just witnessed an online atheist claim there's no difference between Mao's Little Red Book and the Bible. I think there might be a difference or two. Gaetano C. If Democrats succeed in taking away our freedom of speech, how do you go about your life? I might move to Europe. I know that they don't have freedom of speech over there really either, but I like castles. Let's see here. Cameron Gilchrist, they're so bloody stupid, it hurts. I agree with you, sir. Growl Tiger, you should be able to pass a test on the issues before being allowed to vote. Yeah, actually, it's not really the worst idea. Susan Graham, I agree about that. Get educated before you vote. Nero Alexander. I would just chill out in the woods. I know, right? I'm from Oregon, so it's not a bad idea. My parents just built a house, and it's amazing. I actually really want to go visit, but I'm probably not going to get up there till Christmas. Are they going to take the house? Tammy, I think they're going to take the house. I was really dreading this. It might be a nail biter, though. I mean, they might not take it. We'll see. Hopefully CNN is overzealous because they called it already. Mute. Oh, let's see here. What are we doing? Okay. All right. James Probus said, if I had to move to Europe, it would be Poland. Yeah, Poland's pretty conservative, right? I think they're Catholics. I lived in London. I loved it. I didn't like the alcoholism, but I love London. There's a lot of places in Europe that I've been that I love. I love Copenhagen. I loved the Netherlands. I liked Ireland quite a lot. I loved a lot of the places over there. So I don't know where I'd move. Maybe move around a little bit. Let's see here. Your viewers are leaving because we actually have jobs and need to get to bed, not like the Democrats. I know. I often make that joke. Let's see here. Greg Monroe. Hard to believe that the Dems would win the House with their base being hard left and fringe voters. The politics aside, the political side, it's kind of messed up on here. The political sideshow will begin and Trump agents will be stalled. God is real. Didn't quite understand that last sentence. I mean, God is real, I understood, but the rest of it. Hyper Koala, Oregon checking in. Hey, Oregon. Good to see ya, fellow Oregonian. Michael Williams, where in Oregon? I'm wondering as well, where are you from in Oregon? Hyper Koala. Growl Tiger. I think this is more of an urban/rural divide than anything else. I mean, yeah. But a lot of urban people are starting to recognize the insanity of the left as well. Let's see here. Christopher Herkman says, CNN overzealous? When? I like the sarcasm. President Trump says, if I had to move to someplace outside of America, I would move to Constantinople. It'd need a little bit of fixing up, though. Crusade. That's funny. That's funny. But it wouldn't be impossible. Yeah, Constantinople. Some people call it Istanbul. But that's interesting that you'd want to go to Turkey. Doesn't seem, or Anatolia, as it was known historically. Wait, who's going to be here all night? Maxwell Sharp. I don't have a job. I'll be here all night. I actually work in the morning, so I'll have. If I'm here all night, I'm going to be very tired tomorrow. Oh no, goodness sakes. Okay, no Kurt, thumbs down. I actually kind of want to screenshot that. Okay, I'll have to send that to him. Oops. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Do you really want the government to be able to tell you if you can vote or not based on a relatively arbitrary test, Fisher? No, I don't think that's actually a good idea. Hyper Koala. Newburgh, baby. I some of my best friends, this girl that used to date my brother that I've been friends with for years, Amanda Newman, is from Newburgh. Hyper Koala. I don't know if you know what it's Amanda Newman and Angelique Newman, and they have a brother. I don't remember his name, but it's a relatively small town, Newburgh. Maybe you know them. Terry Ruggiero, in Reagan's day, we used to say better dead than red. Kind of awkward saying it the other way around. It's true. That's true. Engineer nerd, my wife's distant family has a castle in Scotland. I think I could make a decent William Wallace. That's amazing. Yeah, my family was Scottish. I think that our lands were what do they call it? Something like the ghetto or something. We were I think my ancestors were very poor. I don't think we ever owned a castle or anything. Oh, thank you, Robert Atkinson. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Have you seen the public space review on the latest Jordan Peterson interview? JF, I don't know what JF means. The YouTuber had a different take than you did. Maybe it's worth a watch. I will actually watch that. The public space. I have to write that in here. YouTube. Hold on one moment, sir and ladies and gentlemen. The public space. Okay. Oh, JFG live streams. Jean-Francois. He seems like a cool dude. I like his thumbnails. He looks like he's totally pissed off in every picture. Well, he's got kind of like he's got a kind of a funny look. Okay, I'll check that out. I don't know what the public space is. I've never seen that. Your sound's out. Oh, crap. How do I fix it? How's it going now? Is it still... Am I still... Okay, somebody write yes or no, is my sound off? Working. Okay, good. All right. That was terrifying. Oh, I should turn that audio on. Man, guys, I'm like really nervous right now. I really hope that we keep the House. But it's not looking good, according to CNN. But so far, Fox News hasn't said anything. So thank you, everybody. No. I got like a gazillion no's. It sounds good. Sounds not off. Please debate JF. Okay, so this guy, Jean-Francois, is he like a leftist? What's his deal? Don't listen to CNN. Fox and NBC called the House for Dems an hour ago. Is that true? Crap. What's your name? Relbel? Relbel? RELBL? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what that is. GFG is a hard white nationalist. Oh, white nationalist. That's interesting. You know what? There is a kind of an argument that I've heard from white nationalists that's essentially not really about white supremacy, but rather about sort of like basically saying that white people are being attacked and that we need to protect white people. I don't think that's really a horrible argument if that's really what they're saying, but I'm a little suspicious of that because white nationalism takes on such negative connotations of white supremacy that I wouldn't really. Fox called it too early. Okay, well, let me French Canadian. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. I think because we hit the 2-hour mark and these things don't seem to stay on YouTube if you go past 2 hours. So I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to start a second live stream because I'm having a lot of fun here. So I'm going to go, but I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes. All right. Have a good night.
There's been talk about Judge Amy Coney Barrett possibly being in pipeline. She has been viewed as somebody who's very conservative with pro-life potentially leanings. And so if you